Hello, my loves, your favorite fabulous fairy here, and today I'm going to tell you a little story about disembodied voices. I was extremely fortunate to get to keep my great-grandmother until I was really later on in life. I think I was around 13 or 14 by the time that she died, and a lot of people don't even get to meet their great-grandmother, so I know for that I'm fortunate. My grandmother was a hyper-religious woman. She didn't smoke or drink or cuss or chew or hang around with those who do. Her being the God-fearing woman that she was, we always minded our P's and Q's around my grandmother, and this was a really heavy occasion. She was the matriarch for the entire family. We would all join to her house for every kind of family gathering. We had tons of cousins because of her. She, I think, had like 5 kids. There was a lot. There was a lot going on in the family, and she was really the glue that kept it all together. We were all taking it pretty hard that she died, but again, she was older and she had been sick for a while. She'd been going through dialysis and stuff, so I mean, we knew it was coming, but still, it was never easy. My mom was going through it pretty hard. She looked at my great-grandmother kind of like a mother figure, and she needed some personal time for her to be able to connect to the family on her own. My mother suggested that I go with my cousins to their house and hang out with them for a little bit in between seeing the body at the viewing and going to the graveside service, because our family always does open caskets. So unless you don't have skin on your face anymore, we're seeing your body when you die, and then we're going to go to graveside, and then we're going to go have some sort of a potluck and talk for hours. This was no exception. We were going to do the same exact thing. So my mom was like, this is a really good opportunity for you to get to go know your cousins, because my mom was really close with all of her cousins, but I technically don't have any first cousins. I just have second cousins because none of my uncles ever had children. So my mom was like, yeah, take this opportunity, go hang out with your cousins. And so we got in their car, and I'm nervous because I don't really like hanging out with people, whether they be family or not, if I'm not super comfortable with them or if I don't know them like that. But I was taking a chance. I got in the car, we go to their house. If you watch a lot of my stuff on Instagram, you'll know I'm an avid plant smoker. I smoke a lot of plants, a lot of herbs, and this was no exception. I felt like I was one of those moments where, okay, maybe I can bond with my cousins through this, and, you know, we can have a good time, and then we can go to the graveside and do the difficult thing. As we roll up to the house, my cousin, I'm going to call him D, says, why don't you all go outside, and I'll be there in just a moment. I'm going to go grab my brother. Let's call him J. So as soon as we walk in the house, however, we can hear Jay. He's in the back of the house. He is fighting with, it sounds like a woman and a man. They are fighting. They are screaming. They are yelling. It sounds like they're throwing stuff. And all 3 of the voices are yelling over one another. So it's really difficult to make out who is yelling at what for what, or what the problem is. My cousin D says, everybody go out in the back. I'm going to go help Jay, and I'll be out there in just a second. So we go out back and we start to roll our herbs for consumption. A minute or 2 passes, and D comes outside, and his eyes are huge, and he is stark white, and he's shaking, and he grabs for the plant matter, and he goes and takes a few hits. And we're thinking, what's going on? And where's Jay? And he just takes a few more poofs, and then he goes, Jay was alone. And we say, what? No, they weren't. They were fighting. They were fighting with a man and a woman. Did you kick them out? He says, no, you don't understand. I heard them screaming, voice on top of voice on top of voice, until the moment that I opened the door. And when I opened the door, there was nobody in there but him. I'll be honest, this cousin has always had an aura about him, and you just kind of get the feeling like you're in the water with a shark, you know what I mean? And you never really understood why. Well, I don't know what was happening that day, but he definitely had more than one voice coming out of him. To this day, the cousin in question isn't in a very happy place. He could be doing better. He's had a lot of health problems, anger issues, and just like a lot of dark things in life. Do I believe in demonic possession? I 100% do. And a lot of times people don't even know that's what's going on with them. They'll just accept the feelings of anger, disappointment, sadness, and they'll just say, oh, these are my feelings, and they'll just absorb them and let them be. But in reality, it might not be. It might be somebody using them kind of like a puppet, puppeteering them around. All I know is the voices that we heard coming from that back room were loud, and there were multiple. There was at least one man and one woman on top of the voice of my cousin. For nobody to be in there but him, it's a little terrifying. Hope you enjoyed this creepy story. It's 100% true. Like if you like, dislike if you dislike, share, subscribe, comment. Do you have a spooky story? I have a ton. I have so many. If you have something you'd like me to speak on, please let me know down below. And I hope you're having a very beautiful day wherever you are.